guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another part of my Renovating EA series, and this time I am renovating this house. It's called Riverside, Roost, and it's right next door to the Pancakes home here in Willow Creek, and this has been one that I have wanted to renovate for quite some time now. I've just been a little bit unsure how I was going to improve on the overall structure of the house, because it's a pretty weirdly shaped home, I think, so I did make a lot of changes, but I definitely think they were all for the better, and I ended up really liking this house, so I hope you guys will like it too, but definitely let me know what you guys think. So originally this house had 2 bedrooms and 2 bathrooms. It still only has 2 bathrooms, one downstairs and one upstairs, but now it has 4 bedrooms, which I was really happy about because I definitely want this neighborhood to be like the family neighborhood where every household has kids, and since there's 4 bedrooms, I can have 3 kids' rooms, which I was just really happy about. So I decorated it to be for 2 parents, of course, and then a child sim, a toddler sim, and then a baby, because I thought that I don't think I've really ever done a household where they have like the 3 youngest life stages for their kids. So I thought that was kind of a fun idea, and yeah, I really enjoyed decorating their rooms. That was probably like the biggest changes I made to the house though, was the floor plan, because the original floor plan was pretty strange. Since it only had 2 bedrooms, one of those was downstairs, and then the other one, the entire second story, was another bedroom and bathroom. So I thought that was kind of a weird layout, and I definitely wanted all of the bedrooms to be on one level, so that's what I ended up doing. And I also added this extension on the side of the house, as you can see here on the left, and that was pretty much just to balance out the house because it was just kind of a long and narrow home, and I think that looks really nice. And I decided to keep with the yellow color scheme for the exterior. I did change the roof color though because it just had the default gray roofing, so I wanted to switch it up a little bit, and I thought this like pinky reddish roof color looked really nice with the yellow and the white. I thought it was just really pretty. And I put yellow flower boxes on every single window, so it might be a little bit of an overkill, but I thought it was really pretty. And originally I was going to go for a very yellow interior color scheme. It still has some pops of yellow on the interior, but it's not really like the sunshine yellow I was originally going to do, and I'm happy I didn't do that because I think the interior ends up being really cozy and really comfortable. I think it probably could have been with the yellow color scheme too, but it might have just been a little bit bright, and I decided to go a little bit more neutral. And downstairs we have an office area, which is going to be to the left of the staircase. As you can see, I'm working out the floor plan now. It does take me a very long time to get it all sorted out. I didn't show all of my trials. I showed like kind of the finished product of the floor plan because it just took me a long time, but I do really like it in the end. So downstairs there's the office area, like I mentioned, has a really big entry like foyer area, and then there's the living, dining, and kitchen, and there's also a bathroom downstairs that works as a laundry room as well. And then upstairs there's another bathroom, and there's the 4 bedrooms. So yeah, I think it turns out pretty nice. And then what I really liked was doing the side yard on the exterior of the house, because originally this house had like no outdoor activities whatsoever, like not even on the porches or balconies. There was no like chess table or art easel, so I really liked adding some kind of things to do outside, especially since this house is right next door to the river and it has the great view of like the steamboat driving by. I thought it'd be nice to have, you know, a barbecue area, as well as I put a swing set out there and some planter boxes. Oh, and I also put the yellow beehive, basically because it came in the yellow color, which was pretty much my only reasoning for putting that out there. I was like, that is just so cute, I have to use it. And as you can see, the upstairs floor plan is coming together. I just wanted to make sure I had plenty of space to be able to fit the master bed in here, because the rooms were kind of small looking and a little bit oddly shaped. Once I fit a bathroom up here, the rooms become more balanced out and they don't look so strange. The nursery still has a pretty odd shape to it, but I really like it for that room, because you'll see when I decorate that bedroom that I end up putting the bassinet in like this tiny little nook, and it looks really adorable. So I was really happy with the way that turned out. But before we get too far into the video, I did want to apologize for the lack of videos this week. It wasn't really my plan or intention, but we just got a little bit busy, and we are going to be moving, like I said in a few videos ago. So we're going to be moving sooner than we had planned. So I will be going out of town to find a new place to live. So videos will be kind of scarce for the next couple of weeks with the moving process and all that kind of thing. So don't worry about it. I'm not going anywhere. If videos are slow, that's the reason why. I'm hoping to have a couple videos ready. I'm going to record another voiceover right after this one. That way I at least have something going up in the meantime. And then once I get all set up, videos will resume as normal. And yeah, it's just one of those times where things just get in the way, I guess, but it'll all work out in the end. But as you can see, I am working on that side yard that I mentioned earlier, and we got the yellow beehive, which is just the cutest thing. I end up moving the flower boxes though, because I decided I wanted to have the yellow clothesline and yellow wash bucket out here. I went a little bit yellow overboard on the exterior, as you can see, with all of the flowers that I'm using, but I really love sizing up these flowers. They look so pretty. In my rustic garden home that I just did recently, I sized up a bunch of the white versions, and it was just I really liked that, especially when it turned fall in game, because I got this really creamy off-white color that I personally really like. So very happy to use them again. And I felt since this house was like so tall, sizing up those flowers didn't look as strange or out of place. I wish we had like a medium scaling of those flowers, because I think they're too short in their default stage, but when you size them up they might be a little bit too big, but oh well. I still think they're beautiful. And yeah, I really like the landscaping on this build. I did have a lot of fun with it. And I really liked using this swing set in the rainbow pattern. I thought that was pretty adorable. Actually, the swing sets that came with seasons came in some really cute patterns. So yeah, especially this rainbow one, very cute. And I also get a bird feeder out here so you can attract some birds to your yard, which I thought would be really nice. And you'll also notice that I went through the grass and did some terrain painting with the yellow flowers. So it is a little bit overkill on the exterior, so I'm pretty happy that I decided not to go so yellow on the interior, because it probably would have been a little bit too much. But I definitely do like decorating with yellow items, because I feel like it just makes it so bright and summery, especially in the summertime here in Willow Creek. When I went to go take the screenshots, I know I'm using reshades, so that kind of brightens up my game and adds a little bit of a bright filter to it. But even then, it was like extra bright, so it looked really pretty. I mean, it was a heat wave, so the sky was all wavy, but yeah, I just really like that with all the yellow and the sun. It was just really nice. And as you can see, I have added the clothesline out here with the wash bucket, so I do move the planter boxes over here, and I also shrink the patio sides because it looked a little bit odd, and I wanted there to be a little bit more of like a grassy area. So I think that looks better. And then I also do some more of the terrain paint with the yellow flowers, and I think it ends up being a really cozy space. This side yard is probably my favorite spot in the house. I really do like it. And then I just added a couple of gardening clutter items to make it look a little bit more lived in. And I do really like the way I decorated the porches. The front and side porch that I'm doing now have seating areas, and then the balcony one off of the parents' bedroom have a chess table, and then of course a bunch of planted flowers everywhere and these adorable little planters. I thought they looked adorable, and I really liked using these benches here on the porch. I think I've used them on every house so far in this neighborhood. So it's kind of a cohesive thing. Oh, I sized up these planters. I totally forgot about that. We really need like hanging flower baskets that just hang from the ceiling so you can place them anywhere. I really need that. But those ones that came with Get Together look really nice sized up, so I was really happy about that. But we are on to the interior now, and it took me a really long time to get the flooring and wallpaper sorted out in this house, and these aren't even like my first attempts. I think I tried like a couple other, maybe like 5 other combinations of flooring and wallpapers, but I did start off decorating the kitchen just because I really wanted to get this room sorted out before I did the rest of the house. Because sometimes, I don't know, I don't particularly start with any room or have like a plan, but sometimes I do like to start with the kitchen because I feel like it's kind of the heart of the home in the way, and if you can get the theme of the kitchen sorted out, then the rest of the house kind of comes together. So that was my plan anyways, and I'm really happy I did it that way. And then we have a nice center island in here. There's also a formal dining space right in the other side of this archway. And then as for the kitchen counters, I just clutter them up with certain items. I really wanted this house to be lived in. There's not like a huge, like overwhelming amount of clutter in this house, but I definitely think it is one that looks really lived in and is just a really nice cozy family home, and that's definitely what I was going for, and that's definitely what I want to go for in most of the houses in this neighborhood. Like I mentioned, I want all of the houses to have kids. So far we have the Pancakes home and they have 2 kids, and then we have the grandma's house and she has her granddaughter living with her, and then we'll have this house with 3 kids, and then I'm hoping the other 2 across the street will have at least 3 kids, if not 4. I think would be really nice, because I definitely think it'd be cool to have like all the kids play together and grow up together and be like really good friends. I think this would be a really nice neighborhood to play in for family gameplay anyways. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the kitchen. I think I might go back in there and add a couple other clutter items. I think I do decide here in a little while that I want to have a toddler in the house, so I do put a high chair in the kitchen. And I thought about switching up these windows, but I decided not to, and I was going to continue using those parenthood curtains, but these ones that came with cats and dogs, I thought the blue swatch worked really well. The interior kind of has like an orangey and blue color scheme with hints of yellow and other neutral colors, and I think it looks really nice, but I wasn't too concerned about it being overly matchy-matchy. But I really liked using that chair there in the corner that came with parenthood with the little circle pillow on it. I haven't used it in the longest time, but I thought it looked absolutely adorable. I think I ended up using it again one other time in the house. I can't remember exactly where, but here I am adding that high chair that I mentioned. I moved the pet food bowl over to the hallway, and then there's also the parenthood board in the hallway too, so you can set curfews for your kids if you would like to. And something else that I really liked using in the house that you'll see when we get on into the living room was the swatch that I used for the couches, because I have used the couches that came with cats and dogs a lot, especially in these types of homes, and I think they look really cute and they look really cozy, especially with all the pillows. But this is the first time that I've used it in the striped version, so that was a bit of fun to mix it up a little bit, because sometimes I tend to use the same color swatches, especially for the couches, because a lot of them come in like crazy colors and patterns and can be a little bit hard to use. But anyways, this is going to be the downstairs bathroom slash laundry room, and originally I was going to use the washer and dryer in this bright blue color, but it didn't end up looking quite right to me. They stood out way too much, so I changed them to the lighter blue color, and I think that just looks a lot better. But down here we also get the litter box, so your kitty cats can go to the bathroom as well, and there's also a stand-up shower in here, so it is a full bathroom, which is nice since there's only one other bathroom in the house. I didn't want your Sims to have trouble going to the bathroom, because I did want to add like a ensuite to the parents' bedroom, because I always try to fit one when I can, because it's just really nice to have more bathrooms, but it didn't really quite work with this floor plan, so having this be a full bathroom works out pretty nicely. And now I'm just picking out a rug. It was kind of hard, so I think I just ended up going with this plain simple white one, but there I just switched up the color of the washer and dryers, and it just looks a little bit more neutral but still has that blue color that I was going for, so it's a little bit more cohesive with the rest of the house. But now I'm on into the living room, and at first I wasn't sure how I was going to place all of the furniture, because it's kind of a long and narrow room, and I find those always difficult to decorate, especially when they're living rooms, because you're like, where do you put everything to make it look balanced? So I think it ends up being pretty nice in the end, but I wasn't sure if I should put the TV and fireplace along this wall or have it on the wall where the windows are, so I end up putting it back over to the wall with the windows, and I think that just works a little bit better. There's kind of dead space on either sides of the couches, and then there was that dead wall behind the couch, so I ended up creating like my own kind of built-in unit. You'll see it here in a little while, but I do really like this living room in the end, but I definitely struggled with it more than any room in the house. I actually tried a couple different other decorating styles before I got to this one, but I had to cut them out because otherwise we would have been here all day if we were to see every sort of possibility, and I don't think you guys want to watch that. And then here I put a giant cat tree because I definitely want them to have at least a couple cats. I don't know, I imagine them just to have a lot of kids and a lot of pets and just a really like lively household, and I think that would be a lot of fun to play in. And I really liked adding those sunflowers to the coffee table. I thought it was really pretty, and I put cards everywhere, so you'll see I just put cards here on top of the fireplace, and I think in random other spots of the house too I get just like birthday cards, and I think I go with the more brighter color ones because the card swatches that aren't in the debug menu come in pretty simple ones that have like flowers, and then there's ones that look like they're for Christmas or Hanukkah, and then Halloween, and I think there's like New Year's ones too, or like wedding ones. I don't know, there's actually pretty good variety, but I went with the ones that looked all springy because I felt like they matched the house, and for whatever reason I wanted the cards to match the house, so I thought that was kind of fun. I have looked in the debug menu, and there are some really cute ones with like gnomes on them. I probably should have went into the debug menu for this house, but I've been a little bit pressed for time, so I'm kind of stressed out a little bit, so I feel like doing all those extra little things just, I don't know, aren't on my radar. But here I am creating those built-in units that I was talking about, and I think it looks really nice. I have created something like this before using some base game furniture, so I was really happy to be able to do it in the cats and dogs furniture because I especially really like this orangey wood texture that came in that pack. I think it's really pretty, so I did use it quite a bit in this house, and I think it matches pretty well with the parenthood furniture. But now I am rearranging some of the living room because I felt like it felt a little bit lopsided, if that makes any sense. So I just moved the chairs to the other side of the room and just kind of mirrored it, I guess, swapped it over to the other side. I think it looks a little bit better that way. And then over here in the corner I just add a plant and I think like a painting on the wall. I was kind of unsure what I should add though, because like I said, with these longer living rooms, just the dead space behind the furniture I think is what gets me in it. I feel like it does look realistic, but it just kind of is weird to decorate because I'm definitely one of those builders in The Sims that has problems with like dead space in the game, and you're like, what do I do with this empty corner? There has to be something here, but that's not always the case. But this is going to be the foyer area to the house. I just do like a little seating area, and I thought about switching up these archways to be the smaller ones, but I feel like the bigger ones just look a little bit better and work better with the floor plan. It just kind of flows a little bit nicer. But these chairs, I was going to use them again here in this entryway, but once I placed this side table, I felt like it was so overpowering in size next to them, so I ended up going with these high back chairs, which are really cute. I definitely wish we had more high back chairs in game, maybe some just different styles, but I especially really like that they have like the blanket throw on the top. I just really like that extra detail. I think it's so cute. And then I think I get like another bookcase over here, so there's a lot of bookcases in this house, so maybe one of the parents is really into reading and collecting books. That is definitely something that would be a lot of fun to do. And then I just add a couple of pictures here above the staircase. I do like to do those like cascading pictures up the staircase because I feel like that's pretty realistic to at least the homes I've been into in the past. But this is going to be the home office. It's a pretty long and kind of narrow office. It's kind of small, but I think it still works. It's pretty cute. I get a desk in here, a couple more bookcases, and a little seating area, and I think this is where I use those chairs again with the round pillows, and I really do like the way this office turned out. But like I said, it was kind of a narrow room, so I didn't add too many things in here because I didn't want it to be unusable. But this is a little reading nook, which I thought was definitely adorable. So yeah, now that I'm looking back on the way I decorated the house, I definitely think one of the parents is really into reading. They just have all these nice little places to sit and read a good book, and yeah, all of their bookcases to have all of their books organized. And then I just add a couple little decorations over here on the shelf, some more cards like I was talking about, just trying to make it look lived in. And yeah, I think it's pretty adorable. Do really like this office space. I really liked using those bookcases in the corner and kind of overlapping them, making it look like it's another built-in unit. I thought that looked pretty cool. But this is going to be the upstairs family bathroom, so the bathroom that they all share, and it's pretty similar to the downstairs one, just a smaller version, and it's not a laundry room. And I thought that the shower that came with Parenthood looked pretty cute, and I really liked the blue swatch. I thought it matched pretty nicely with the rest of the house. And yeah, that room was pretty simple. But this is going to be the master bedroom of the house. I think I end up rearranging the room here in a little while because I wasn't sure exactly where to place the bed. And this was not my first time decorating this room, so it was just a little bit difficult to kind of figure out exactly what I wanted to do, but I really liked using that bed, and I felt like it matched really nicely with the rest of the house in the same colors and everything. But I don't think I've used that bed in that swatch yet, so I'm glad that I used it in this one. And then I just cluttered up the nightstand, and then I just add a few more decorations to this room. It does end up being a smaller bedroom than I had originally planned, but I still really like it, and I think it looks nice and cozy. And if I was to make it any bigger, it would have made the room right next to it, I think, a little bit too small. So I'm happy that I did it this way, and I like that they have their own little balcony off of their bedroom, which I think is really nice. But this is going to be the first kids room, so this is one for the actual kid life stage, and I do really like this room. It's very blue. Actually, all of the bedrooms have pretty strong color schemes. This bedroom's really blue, the toddler's one is really pink, and then the nursery is mostly green, kind of yellow and green. So yeah, I did have a lot of fun with it. I do like doing these more color themed bedrooms for kids. I think it's just kind of fun to decorate that way. But they also have a hamster in here, they got a dresser and a couple other activities, and I really liked creating that built-in unit for their desk. Now the bookcase doesn't work behind it. I've mentioned that before when I've done that, but I do it just kind of for looks and creating new furniture, and I think it looks really nice. And I cluttered it up with like their lunch pail and like their crayons and different little crafting supplies, so I thought that was pretty cute. And then I just set that stuffed animal up on top of the bed. I've got asked before when I've done that if the bed still works. I've never had any issues with it blocking the bed, so if it does, you can just move the toy to somewhere else on the floor or just delete it, and then your sim should be able to use the bed just fine. But I think it looks really nice, and I think it's pretty realistic to have like your toys like on top of your bed, especially like a stuffed animal like that. But this is going to be the toddler's room, and it does take me a little while to get the layout of this room kind of sorted out because I wasn't sure how I should place the furniture, and sometimes I feel that way with toddlers' rooms, but I do really like the way it turns out in the end, and I especially really like that it's so pink. I do change the color of the wallpaper though, because I felt like this one was a little bit too matchy-matchy with the furniture, and everything just kind of ended up blending together and being the same color. So I do change it to be like a light pinky purple color, which I just think looks a little bit nicer, and it kind of tones it down just a little bit. But here I am just shuffling around the furniture. It does take me a little while to get it all laid out the way I want it to. I do actually end up putting the bed back to that other side of the wall, and I think that just works a little bit better. But here I am just adding some clutter items and a few little decorations to the top of the dresser, and I end up using this bunny stuffed animal that I don't think I have used in a very long time, so I thought it looked pretty cute, especially in this pink swatch. I think it also comes in a blue and yellow version as well. But yeah, I thought it looked really cute. I did size it down just a little bit because those stuffed animals that we have in game are ginormous. Same with this dollhouse. I did want to use it, but I don't think I end up keeping it in the bedroom because it's just a little bit too big to use. But there I did switch up the wallpaper to be this lighter pink color, which I think it's really nice, and it's not so in-your-face pink. But here I am moving the toddler bed to this side of the wall, and this is the final orientation of the furniture. I think I might move the chair or something. Yeah, I moved the chair over here to the corner, and I also end up using this room divider that I don't use very often, but I think it's a really cute item, and it worked pretty nicely with the colors I was going for in this bedroom. But here it is. It has like the flower stickers on it, and I thought it was just kind of adorable. It's not really like a useful item, but it is really cute for decorations. And yeah, that's about it for this bedroom. I just add a couple of toys to the nightstand, and I think I decided just to quit messing with it and changing my mind. Oh yeah, I did add a kitty stuffed animal. But this is going to be the nursery. So as I mentioned, this room is kind of a weird shape, but I did like adding the bassinet over here in this little corner. I thought it created such a cute little cozy nook for it, and I add the tree decal to the wall, and this room ends up kind of having like a outdoorsy theme to it. I think I get that a little bit from the green and yellow and some of the decorations that I used, but I did bring in the striped chair that we have down in the living room up into this room, and then have the matching curtains in here as well, which I don't think I've used the striped curtains, and I think they look pretty cute, and just a little stuffed animal in the corner. And then I have a changing table over here that I created with just a kind of an ottoman and a dresser, which I think looks pretty nice, and lots of people have done that, and I think it creates a pretty cute effect. And then we have the laundry hamper in here. I decided to give the nursery just the regular unfunctioning laundry hamper, but I did put laundry hampers in the other bedrooms. So yeah, that is about it for this build. I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I hope you guys do enjoy the screenshots. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave any comments or suggestions that you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!
I was lost in a city dream, and I was at home again beside the stream. Then you walked past me, and you saw me and smiled. I will never forget the first time when I saw you. I thought I lost my mind. Blue and faded was blown away and left behind. I hope you'll always be around, even if I fail. You are like a summer breeze that I must inhale. Is it possible for us to feel this way forever? Loving you has never felt more right. Woke up lonely, and for you there is nothing in this world I wouldn't do. I would walk 1,000 miles just to see you. I hope you'll always be around, even if I fail. You are like a summer breeze that I must inhale. Is it possible for us to feel this way forever? I hope you'll always be around, even if I fail. You are like a summer breeze that I must inhale. Is it possible for us to feel this way forever? Loving you has never felt more right. I was lost in a city dream, and I was at home again beside the stream. Then you walked past me, and you saw me and smiled. I will never forget the first time when I saw you. I thought I lost my mind. Blue and faded